Welcome back to Cheddar Business. It's officially tax season with, who's counting, but 76 days to go before the filing deadline. Many people rely on returns for extra cash, but 86% of Americans say finding out they owe more would impact their financial security for the rest of the year. Joining us now is Jeff Jones, CEO of H&R Block. Jeff, it is always great to have you on the show. Welcome back. What would you say is the outlook that most people have heading into this year's tax season?
It's uncertain for everyone every year. You know, last year was a big year, obviously, lots of changes, but every year it just automatically creates anxiety. And that's what we're here to help, is giving people financial confidence. You quoted the stat. It is tax season, but most of Americans think about their tax outcome as really giving them confidence for the rest of the year. That check matters that much to most people.
So what is the average return that people should anticipate this year?
You know, it's impossible to do an average for everybody, but in general at H&R Block, the average refund is about $3,000, but it's such a personal thing, you know, person to person.
How is the consumer experience going to change this year for those filers?
We are really changing the consumer experience. You know, taxes have been this opaque industry, really slow to change, and we're bringing a lot of digital innovation to what we call our human advantage. If you're a DIY filer, this year with Online Assist, you can push a button and on demand get all of your questions and help answered for you.
So that's without leaving home, right? I mean, a lot of people think about H&R Block because of the massive retail presence that you actually have in terms of brick and mortar.
That's exactly right.
To what extent are you relying on Tax Pro Go and on people filing their taxes from home moving forward? I mean, how much of a business do you expect this to be versus the traditional retail business?
Yeah, if you think about the market in general, about 55% of all taxpayers get help. 45% do taxes themselves.
When somebody says do taxes themselves, are they using software? I mean,
they mainly
that's
are
a shocking
now.
Statistic to me. Because
yeah.
It seems like a lot of people not getting help.
It is a shocking statistic, and it used to be all pencil and paper. Now that 45% has mainly converted to online software, and that mix hasn't really changed a lot over time. And I think the big reason comes back to confidence. Taxes create so much anxiety, it's a stressful topic, and people rely and want to get the best outcome possible.
Right. Well, we did see that your company cut prices, right, for consumers going through this filing process.
That's right.
Last year, it sounds like those prices for consumers and filers are set to stay the same. How did that impact your business last year by bringing down those expenses?
Yeah, so we reset our financials a little over a year ago and just said to the market, we knew our prices had gotten too high and we had to improve quality, so we took that reset. Last year, we saw a 9-point increase in customer satisfaction about value. So we got great feedback from consumers. The fact is, Block is a really well-known, trusted brand for taxes, but because our prices had gotten too high, we knew we had to reset, and we kept it flat this year.
It's interesting because we're also seeing the definition of work for people our age change a lot.
That's right.
You were president at Uber for a short time before taking the helm at H&R Block. Are you seeing the gig economy change the way that millennials are handling their taxes? I mean, how are you addressing it at H&R Block, and how do we address it if we do take part in the gig economy? Yeah,
it's a great question. The W-2 remains the predominant mechanism of people launching their taxes, but with more 1099 workers, gig economy, self-employed, as a company, we offer self-employed software if you want to do taxes yourself. We offer things like Wave, which is an acquisition we made that does full accounting and money management and bookkeeping for small business owners. So there are really a lot of ways that you can get help from H&R Block if you're a gig worker or small business owner, or we offer choices to do it yourself as well.
How crucial is this filing season for you in terms of a percentage of your sales for the year?
It is our Super Bowl, there's no doubt. You know, the tax business is a year-round business, but about 90% of all the tax market happens from Jan to April 15. So it's a really important time. You know, this is when we're executing, listening to customers, making improvements continuously to our software, really because we have this kind of 100 and some days to get it right.
But
now,
go ahead,
I was just going to say, if we anticipate more tax cuts from the Trump administration this year before the election, how would that impact your business?
You know, it's interesting, people don't realize this. There have been 30 major changes to the tax code since H&R Block was founded. So it happens all the time. Our job is take the tax code, translate it into how we serve clients better, make adjustments to software, but whether it's a big cut or a little cut, we don't really focus on that. We think about helping our clients.
To what extent do you think about sort of smoothing out revenue at the company to make the window larger than just tax season?
So a big move we've made this year, and you'll see this continue a part of our strategy, is in serving small businesses. Today we serve about 2.5 million small businesses at H&R Block. With our acquisition of Wave, that accelerates our move into small business. And so if that's accounting or payroll or money management, things that small business owners need that are less dependent on that one time a year. That's right.